All right, in this video, I want to talk to you about merchant accounts and real estate. Both produce cash flow, but here's the real question. Which one is actually realistic for the average person to build a healthy passive income or financial freedom with? In this video, I'm going to show you how both create income, but why one way is more accessible to start and scale for the average person out there. So section 1 is how many properties would you need to replace your current income? Let's say each property nets you $300 to $500 a month after everything. And that's being very generous in most markets. So if you wanted $5,000 a month in passive income, you would need 10, maybe 15 properties. Now, let that sink in for a second. How hard is it to get one property, let alone 10 or 15 for the average person? Now, section 2 of this video is what's the real cost? Each property is going to require a down payment, closing costs, and possibly and most likely some sort of repairs. So let's just say $30,000 to $50,000 per deal. So now, 10 properties, you're looking at $300,000 to $500,000 invested total, or you're chasing OPM, which is finding other investors, structuring deals, and all of that is going to be a whole separate full-time job of its own and skill. That brings us to section 3, the reality of tenants and management. You've got tenants, vacancies, repairs, property management. Okay, that's not passive income in the beginning. That is a full-fledged business. Now, when you compare that to this in merchant services where you don't need capital, you don't need investors, and you don't need properties. Massive difference. Section 4 is realistic daily action. In merchant services, you can literally wake up, go out into your city or town, talk to business owners, help them improve how they operate and improve their profits and acquire the merchant account today. That's it. There's no waiting, no massive capital, no remodeling and hiring all these people to come into the property and taking a month. It's just done. Section 5 is the cash flow comparison. And here's what most people don't realize. In merchant services, you typically earn about 1% of the total processing volume. So let's break this down here. If your portfolio is doing $500,000 or $500,000 a month in processing, that's about $5,000 a month in passive income. Now think about that. $500,000 sounds like a big number, but it doesn't have to be one deal. That could be one large account, that could be 5 solid businesses, that might be 20 smaller accounts acquired over time. And here's the difference. You can actually go build that. You can talk to business owners every single day, help them improve their systems, and stack the volume over time. You don't need to buy assets, you don't have to buy all the equipment, you just need to build the volume. Compared to real estate, to make $5,000 a month, you might need those 10 properties we're talking about, with hundreds of thousands of dollars invested. That's the reality. With merchant services, you just need $500,000 in processing volume and you can build it through relationships and no capital. Average people can do that. So it's the same income goal with a completely different path on how to get there. Section 6 is the difference in management. With real estate, the more properties you get, the more management is going to be required. In merchant services, the back end is literally handled for you. The customer service, the tech support, the billing, you just focus on building the portfolio, assuming you're partnered with the right company. So again, this isn't about which one is better, it's about which one is more realistic for you to start at where you're at in your life. I would say for the average person, merchant services is very, very realistic. Because real estate takes capital, it takes a ton of extra time, it takes infrastructure, and merchant services simply takes effort, it takes consistency, and it takes talking to people. But you can start doing that literally today, and we can help you get started. So check the links in the description if you're serious about building passive income and you're looking for the right opportunity. I'll put a link right here if you're interested in more details on how to get started. We'll see you there, and we'll see you at the top.